Thanks for being with us today. Time now for Jeff's Car Culture. Run flats. Can they run with plugs?
Can they? Well, let's check it out. First of all, run flat tires are an increasingly common type of tire on passenger cars. Manufacturers like BMW or the high-end vehicle producers, manufacturers, are mounting them on cars instead of equipping them with spare tires. Doing so saves weight and space, plus run flat tires are considered both safer and convenient to run than standard tires. If there is a puncture, the air escapes from the tire. The tire is designed not to collapse, but to ride the weight of the car on that sidewall, so sudden decompression would not lead to the driver losing control, which makes sense. Modern cars have tire pressure monitors that warn the driver to slow down if a pressure drops. Now, mine did that when I had my flat. The light came on, it dinged, and you could feel it going down. So here we go. The safety and convenience of run flats come at a cost of construction that is different than the normal tires. They are more expensive to produce. If a normal tire is punctured and the resulting hole is not too large, the tire can be repaired with a plug. Run flat tires, though, are a different story. So here we go. Run flat tires construction is based primarily on the idea that a short, thick sidewall can support the tire, share the weight of the car for at least a little while. Although the ability to operate one as the air escapes is dependently partly on whether the rupture is located. Is it in the sidewall? Is it in the tread area? A hole in the tread surface is more likely, and that is what the tire is designed to handle. A slash to the sidewall may compromise the performance. You've got some pictures there of how that actually is supposed to work and carry the load. Regardless of where the tire has been penetrated, the result is that the sidewalls of the tire are supporting the entire weight that the pumped up tire is supposed to hold. The stress placed on the sidewall is much greater than normal. It is not impossible for run flat tires to be able to continue functioning. There is a place in Europe, or the product in Europe is called a Phenabel. It's a bulletproof tire rating that calls for it to run even after the sidewall has been pierced with a 7.62 millimeter bullet. However, for civilian run flats, any decision to patch a tire needs to be taken up and reviewed with the condition of the sidewall and the person that's going to do the patch or patch plug. It is physically possible to plug a run flat tire if there is a puncture in the middle of the tread. A technician certified to work on run flat tires should check the tire and determine whether it is repairable, as the inspection process is different for run flat tires than it is for a regular tire. Factors such as whether the tire is deflated completely or how fast it's gone down, how long it's been driven on, these are things that all need to be considered. Whether you should plug a run flat tire depends partly on the manufacturer. Some tire makers, such as BF Goodrich, permit one plug or patch. Others, such as Bridgestone, mandate that the tire must have at least a 15 psi while punctured, in other words, holding more air as it goes down. Others, such as Pirelli, warn that plugging a tire under any circumstances will void the warranty. I call hogwash on that. As the conditions are subject to change, it makes the sense of checking your tire experts, the manufacturer, before attempting the run flat or the plug. Now, I worked for Pirelli. I was a manufacturer rep. They had other issues besides run flats. Michelin was the first one that I know. Michelin and Goodyear were the first ones that I know that actually produced a run flat. Yes, they can be driven 50 miles at 50 miles per hour, but so does your Space Saver spare. So what they did was they incorporated a Space Saver spare into the daily driver tire that you have in your car, because they will run 50 miles an hour for 50 miles. So they can be done. They're a little bit more pricey. They are a harder, firmer ride. You're not going to get the stickiness like a large proportion aspect ratio tire on a performance car. These tires are made to run on the road, and they're more of a highway tire. So
I got run flats on the Corvette.
you do, and that's a good thing because you have no real spare
There's
area.
no spare.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
and
that is a
that's
good
the reason. And they're fairly new, and they are pricey.
Well, Mr. Morris.